Dream vlog. I don't know what time it is now, but it's after 6 a.m. Probably it's way after 6 a.m. But so in the stream there was like this area that was kind of a touristy area, but it was set behind like another main area. I don't remember exactly where it was. Maybe it was like something that was reminiscent of somewhere I went in Miami or Fort Lauderdale or Hollywood. I don't know. But it's like a whole set of shops in a shopping center. Whole set of shops in the shopping center. If you walk past these shops, behind those shops, there's a long street that kind of goes like triangulates away from it at a curve. And there's a bunch of cute shops and things there. I was walking behind there, and there was a group of girls walking together. They were in their 20s, but they looked to be mature, well put together. But they were together, and they went to this like arcade game place. And so I ended up going there. And I don't know, in hindsight, I don't know what led me there. Like if I was just going because I saw a lot of people going, it was weird. Or if we were kind of semi together, I don't know what the deal was. But so they went into the place and, I paid up my stuff and it was like kind of like a discovery place, like science place, because there was different rooms and each room had something neat. In the very front was like a big play area. And so I went into whatever room I was going into and experienced whatever experience was there. Then I realized, hey, I didn't get my debit card back. So I went back up to the front and said I didn't get my debit card. And it was weird because all the people that was there was white, but their hair was dyed like this pastel pink and blue, which I always loved. And that's how I started dyeing my hair a long time ago. But they were different hairstyles. And I was like, hey, do you guys still have my debit card? And the girl was like, they were all chopping in, being helpful. And they was like, no, they looked and they said, no, we don't have it, but don't buy anything else today. And I was just like, well, why would you just ask me that? In the dream, I don't know why I didn't catch on, but I was like, why would you ask me that? And then they were just like, and I was like, oh, I get it, because if I buy something else, then if I make a bunch of other purchases, I won't know, where my debit card was and what was valid and what was not. And so I left the place, and somehow I had cash in my hand, and it was like $1. I don't know, but I left the place, and I continued walking down the street. As I was walking down, one of the girls that was there had came out, and I guess maybe they had kids and they put them there or something. But she walked out. She was walking briskly, and and there was a Dollar Tree that was across the street. I was like, well, I'll go in there. I have $1, and and some change. And then when I looked down, I had a few dollars in my hand. But then there was like something that looked kind of like a cab that went past, but it was a little more decorative, and it had a meter in it. And I was like, oh, is that a yellow cab? I hadn't seen those in a while. And I was asking the girl, but she was kind of ignoring me. It was like she heard me, but she was ignoring me because, maybe I wasn't her people, for one. And the second reason was because, one, I wasn't her type of people. The second reason was because she was busy, I think she was busy. I wasn't a priority to her. But finally she was just like, oh yeah, something. And she went on to do what she had to do. Then she went back to her Discovery Zone area. So when I went into the dollar place, it was weird because before I really got there was like a little sitting area, a little circular sitting area with like a mid-sized wall all around it. And so I sat there for a minute, and that's when that girl had came over because she was going to Dollar Tree too. But I think I sat there. I don't know why I sat there. I don't know if I decided to take a break or if I saw something that drew me there. But there was like, when I looked at the ground, there was something in the middle, like you would see like a piece of chalk in the middle, but it was a stone. But when I looked at the ground, there was like a bunch of credit cards there and a few more dollars. So I was like, is that my stuff? So I picked it all up, and I remember I had on like this vest, this jean vest. And I remember when I touched the pocket of my jean vest, there was, I could feel a card in there, and it was on the left hand side. And that's why I assumed that was my card from when I went to that Discovery Zone place. But so when I picked up all the rest of the cards, because I was like maybe on my way back, or I don't know, I picked them up, I put them in my jean vest pocket, but I didn't realize I put them in my right one. And then I was like, oh, where's my other card? And I forgot that I put them in there, and the dream was about being careless. And so I took those cards out, and then I realized, hey, these cards are not the right color. It was a white card, a red card. The other card was a black card. And I was like, so what happens to the black card? The other side with my jean vest stuff is it wasn't still in there. So now I'm like, did I drop it on the way there, or did I leave it back at Discovery Place? So I went back to Discovery Place. So I was like, I'm not spending any more money. But as I went in, I kind of felt like, it was so crowded and busy that maybe when I left, maybe I wasn't, there's a possibility that maybe it's not free re-entry because the girl kind of looked up, but it was so busy. And I didn't think about it until I went into this other room, and maybe she just noticed that I just walked out, so she let me stay in. But yeah, it was a dream about carelessness. And there was another part of the dream that was like in a house, and it was like a older style house, like again 3 stories, kind of grayish in color, dark. And I don't remember what all happened in the house, but there were people in there, and I don't remember what all happened in the house. It was something, I don't know if it had something to do with water or something else, but I don't remember. But a lot of archetypal symbols in that. And just to go back, I'm not going to speak on this, but yeah, I'll leave that alone. But yeah, it was just weird. I don't remember. And I remember part of it as I was telling the other part of the dream just now, but I forgot all about it by the time I got to the end. All I remember was there was a house and there was people in it. Oh, I remember now. Oh, this is really weird. Okay, I'm going to say parts of it real quick. Safe sex, washing machine, bathroom, mom, balcony, some young guy waiting for her, floor halfway done that my sister did. Okay, and some guy working on the ceiling in the dining room kitchen area. A mixture of places from 243 Freeman Drive, where we grew up after my parents' divorce, and mixture a couple of other places put together. But in the dream, it was like I was in this chair, kind of like I sit in my recliner all day now for the most part. Or I used to be real bad. I'm a little bit better now. But in the dream, I sat in this recliner, and it was almost like I was an amputee or something. Like my legs were gone, which is weird because my right thigh, for some reason, always feels really weird. There's a burning sensation and it's real tingly. So I don't know what the situation is there, but in the dream, I think it was a partial amputee. I was always in the chair. There was some guy coming to fix the ceiling. I think my mom owned this whole place. Like it was hers. And I basically stayed downstairs, and she stayed upstairs, and my sister stayed up there too, with maybe my baby niece or something. I don't know, but I think I went to go to the bathroom. The bathroom was right off the side somewhere, and it was nothing. It was kind of like crowded, but I kind of ignored it. It was a lot of stuff in there, but I ignored it. And when I finished using the bathroom, I remember walking past it, and there was a lot of water in it. And I was like, why is all that water there? And then I went to ask somebody, and then that's when they started going into the roof to mess with the pipes, the ceiling to mess with the pipes. But then I noticed that I was like, oh, okay, it's supposed to be like that, because then the bathroom turned into a washing machine. Like, I guess all that stuff that I said was cluttered and it was closed. And then the middle of the bathroom where the toilet was started agitating back and forth like a washing machine, the whole thing, and it was closed going around and round. So it was really a strange dream. Then another part of the dream, there was a guy that was maybe my age, a little bit younger, 38 to 45, but he had kids and everything. And he was getting mad about something. He was getting mad about something. About like, these kids or whatever making babies and blah blah blah. he was like, that's why I make sure birth control, something, something. But he had boys, so I don't know what he was talking about birth control for. Maybe he was talking about telling his son about make sure the girls he's with. I don't know what the deal was. But that was the whole conversation. They went storming out the front door. While these people were in the same house, I don't know. I was there. I was kind of almost invalid. I was just sitting in the recliner, which is scary because I can see how I would appear that way now. But yeah. But all these dreams in one night, I think I know. I mean, something happened yesterday that made me think that they all kind of connect to that dream that happening kind of in a remote kind of way somehow, because not directly, because I don't, but the thing that happened yesterday, it impacted me a lot harder than, I think would be normal. But I think the reason it impacted me so hard was because, like, the movie The Cell, right? Where I talk about this movie a lot because it scared the bejesus out of me. I didn't even stay to watch it in the theater. I walked out before I could get 5 minutes in. So in the movie, that beginning part really got me. It's really beautiful. You see this sand, like masses and masses of sand, just far out, clear blue sky. Cute little boy. Then this cute little boy appears walking in the sand. You're like, okay, cute little boy, little black hair, bowl cut. And then you see this woman that's Jennifer Lopez. You don't realize at first coming up, and she's, the color of the skin is creamy against all the elements, and she has this long red dress, and it's just flowing in the wind, flowing. And then she gets up to the boy, and she says something to him, and then he turns into this crazy demonic monster creature. And I was like, oh no. I had, at that point I was scared I was going to walk out, but then everything calmed down. Then they got to the point where they was hanging some guy from some hooks, and I was like, God, nah. So it's kind of like that. The reason why whatever happened yesterday affected me so hard, because in real life, like the situation that I had was really cake. It was really nice, relaxing, peaceful, the most best thing I've ever had. And I was like, I can't believe this. And then something happened where you could see it slowly turning into something else. And it's not, the other entity's fault. How it just turned into something else, and I wasn't ready. You know what I'm saying? And I felt really bad about that. And then, you know, it really affected me hard, because something that was so beautiful and so peaceful, even though it wasn't loud as far as noise, just like that movie, that part wasn't loud as far as noise, but it was frightening. It was kind of the same thing. But I was like, okay, I'll be okay then. But it affected me real hard until like maybe 2 o'clock in the morning. I started to get over it. I was kind of okay with it. Like they say, this too shall pass. And then when I woke up this morning with that dream, it's like the dream was horrifying, and then it kind of circled back because it made me remember what happened. It was like, okay, why would I have a dream so vivid with so much crazy stuff at one time? And it connected back to that. But anyways, that's what it is. Peace out.